Good morning, dear fourth. How are you? Again, I'm your teacher, your English teacher, Daniela. Moving on to the first thing we will be doing in our book. As you see, I opened to this page, which is going to be page number 4. Here in this page, you will see these two characters. Who are these two characters? Well, we can see a girl and an animal. Can you guess which animal is this? What kind of animal is this? Reading the speech bubbles here to get to know these characters. Hello, my name's Tina. That's Bouncer. We're going on an adventure. We're learning English. Are you ready? Let's go. So, from the speech bubbles, we can find that this is Tina and this is Bouncer and this animal is a kangaroo. Moving on to the next page, which is going to be page number 5, and this is our unit opener from the book. And before moving, Tina and Bouncer are going to be with us through the book from unit to unit, and we are actually going to travel in this book. So I need you first to describe the picture for me. Tell me, what do you see? Anything you see in this picture? Well, I can see the sky. I can see I can see mountains. I can see a lake. I can see trees. I spy some houses. I spy streets. And I spy Tina. Reading the speech bubble of Tina. Welcome to New Zealand. So actually Tina is welcoming us to New Zealand. And in New Zealand is our first stop in our journey. What can you tell me about New Zealand? Anything that you know about New Zealand? The flag of New Zealand, any cities in New Zealand, maybe the capital of New Zealand, any sports that New Zealand is famous for, any information you can give us. Let me help you out here. This is actually the flag of New Zealand. And moving on, this is the map of where New Zealand is. As you see, New Zealand is an island in the Pacific Ocean. And New Zealand is a neighbor of Australia, as you see here. So somehow New Zealand should be in the southern part of the globe, in the south part of the globe. And as you see here, this is the capital of New Zealand. So what's the name of the capital of New Zealand? It is Wellington. Moving on again to the book here, we will call this box, we will call it zoom in box. To get to know this country more, we are going to read about it and then we are going to search and answer these questions. New Zealand is a beautiful country. In New Zealand, there are lots of mountains, lakes, glaciers, and sheep. There are more sheep than people. And then we have here in the second box questions. I need you to number them 1, 2, and 3. 1. Do you know where New Zealand is? 2. What are the official languages of New Zealand? 3. Are there any sheep in your country? And then we will move to this green box. Look at the picture. Can you name 3 natural features you see in the picture? I bet that you guys are wondering about some vocabulary you didn't know. So I need you to write the title in your notebook, the one that has to do with a pupil's book and grammar notebook. Unit opener, page number 5. This is the title. Monday, September 7th, 2020. As we agreed, New Zealand is our first stop in this journey. Island. What do we mean by island? As you saw in the map, New Zealand was completely an island. Island is a land surrounded completely by water. So if you look to the north, going back to the picture here, if you look to the north part, there is water. South, water. East, water. West, water. So it is surrounded completely by water. So the zoom in box, I bet you were confused or wondering what do we mean by glaciers. Glaciers, noun, and it is a plural, a slowly moving mass of ice. What's the singular form of glaciers? Glacier. Lakes, noun, again it is plural. What's the singular of lakes? A lake, we say. An area of water that is smaller than seas and ocean. Which one of these three is the biggest of water bodies? Oceans are the bigger ones, then seas smaller, and then lakes smaller than both of seas and oceans. Mountains, noun, plural, a land higher than other land bodies. Sheep, noun, an animal covered with wool and eats grass. The zoom in answers, the questions that we read, I will point to them again. These are the questions 1, 2, and 3. I need you to number them in your notebook, in your book, and then write the answers in your notebook in this way. 1. New Zealand is located in southwestern Pacific Ocean, as we saw in the picture. 2. The official languages are English, Maori, and New Zealand Sign Language. This is very interesting. So here we can tell that in New Zealand that there is a specific sign language that is related to that country, and this is very, very interesting. 3. Yes, there are. Of course, we have sheep in our countries. Where you come from Jordan, Egypt, Palestine, any country that you come from, I bet that there are some sheep in our country that we come from. Then answering the green box, I bet you were wondering what do we mean by natural features. Natural features are parts of the land. Parts of the land like lakes, mountains, plants like trees, green grass, etc. So answering the question, yes, I can see mountains, grass, and the lake. Those are the natural features that we can see in the picture. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed your unit opener. See you on lesson 1.